So we added the functionality of expanding the cards. There is no any problem, so it works perfectly. But here issue is that when I click any of these cards, other ones are still open. So that is the problem. If you check the original design, you will see that on click of each card, it is expanding, rest of the cards are collapsing. But when it comes to our design, we are clicking to the second element, it is opening, and when I click to another card, it is also opening, but the previous one is not closing. That's the issue, and we will fix it in this tutorial. In order to solve that, we need to provide a value to each one of these cards. What I mean? So let me explain. So that value should be the index of the card that we are clicking on. So for example, if we are clicking to the third card, just like that, we need to provide the index of this card to each one of the cards. Basically, index of this card, which is 2, should be provided to every card in this list view. What these cards are going to do with this value, I'm going to explain it later, but right now each card should know that which element is clicked. If I'm clicking to the second element, each one of these cards should know that we are clicked to this card, and the solution is going to be possible using that value. First of all, how can I provide the value to each one of these cards? Here we can use the stream builder, and we are not going to create the stream builder inside of the card widget. Actually, we're gonna create it inside of the wallet home widget. Why we are going to do that? Because if we create it inside of this wallet home, now we can actually pass a value to every card, because our list view is here inside of the wallet home. That's why we're gonna create a StreamController inside of the wallet home. Here we're gonna convert this wallet home to the stateful widget. Then here we are just going to create our StreamController. Selected card stream. So it is complaining that it should be initialized. So we are saying that we will initialize it later. Then inside of the init state, we can initialize this value. Here I'm just going to say that StreamController equals to StreamController. Actually, that's gonna be done like that. So this variable is gonna be initialized using StreamController. And here this StreamController is gonna be integer, which means we are going to pass integer to this stream. And also here let's put to int value. Okay, and then we just also need to dispose this value. That's why here inside of the dispose method we are going to get our stream and just close it. Secondly, we need to be able to pass the value inside of this stream to our card widget. And in order to use our StreamController, we need to wrap our card widget inside of the stream builder. Our stream builder is gonna be integer because we are going to provide stream of integer. That's why here we have to put int, and then our stream is going to be selected stream dot stream. Now we can actually pass the value inside of the stream to the card widget, but card widget is not accepting any value. So we need to go here and just create a final variable which is gonna be selected index. These two values are different. Index is just the actual index of the card, and the selected index is the index of the card that user clicked. That's the whole point, okay? And now we need to accept it from the constructor, and it should be required. Here it is complaining that we have to pass this selected index. That's why I will take the value from the snapshot. So the snapshot dot data, and here argument type integer cannot be assigned. So here this is the nullable variables. We need to put exclamation mark because we will say that that snapshot data is not gonna be null. And how can we ensure about this? We can use initial data and we can say that, for example, 0. Now this snapshot data is never gonna be null, and that's why we put exclamation mark right over here. So as I said before, we provided the snapshot data, which is the value of the stream, to the card widget. Basically, we provided the selected index. Here we are getting an error, and let's scroll up. We will see that we get this kind of error: bad state, stream has already been listened to. From where this error comes from, let me explain. Here we are using a stream inside of the card widget, and this card widget is used 5 times, and for each card widget we are actually using the same stream, and that is causing the error. In order to solve that, we have to convert our stream to the broadcast. So here we have the broadcast. We are just going to use this broadcast stream. Now the problem is gonna be solved. Okay, so previously, without using the broadcast, we were able to listen to the stream from just the one part of the application. Now from every card widget, we just need to listen to the value. Basically, when I click to the first element, we need to listen to the stream from all of the cards. That's why we need to use broadcast. Now, how we will use this selected index inside of the card widget? We will use this selected index to change the height factor dynamically. Okay, so here, instead of using the height factor, and instead of setting the value like this, I will actually delete that. Also, I will delete the set state because we don't need this set state, just because we are going to provide this value from the stream builder, and every time the value is changing from the stream builder, we are just going to build this card widget. That's why using set state is just useless. Also, let me clear this part, and here I'm just going to use the height factor. So we are going to change these values depending on the selected index. But first of all, let me add this value to the stream, because currently we are not actually adding any value to our stream. And in that case, this card widget is gonna be unaware of the value of the selected card. So in order to pass a value to the stream, we can come to the inside of onTap function, and here we can actually pass the index. So here I have to use my stream, but currently, as you see, card widget is not accepting any stream. That's why we need to also accept stream from the card widget. Here I will just say StreamController, and that's going to be height stream, for example. And here I'm just going to say add this. Here it is complaining we need to pass our stream, and here I'm just going to say selected card stream. What we are going to do using this height stream, we are just going to add the value of the selected element. So we are using onTap, which means user clicks on the card, and we are just going to add the index of that element because we are adding the index of the selected item. So we are just going to say height stream dot sync dot add, And here we just need to pass our integer. Why we need to pass the integer? Because our stream controller is the stream controller of integer. And let's say widget dot index. Now what is going to happen when we do that? Basically the value is gonna be passed to the stream, and here the stream builder is going to build our card widget. So how can we understand this? We just need to come to inside of the build, and here we can put our log in order to detect if the card widget is gonna rebuild or not. Here I will say that card widget is rebuilt. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's restart the application, and card widget is rebuilt because we have 5 cards. That's why we get 5 logs. Let me delete this, and now when I click to the first element, as you see, card widget is rebuilt. Why we get 5 times? Because the value of the element that is selected, basically index of that element, is provided to all the widgets, all the card elements, and we have the 5 cards. That's why each one of that will rebuild. That's what we want, because depending on that we are just going to collapse these elements or expand these cards.